Princia Ramon had entered the Sapphire Cup to quite a shock. The vehicle that she had slated to enter the Emerald Cup beginning immediately after had been stolen, by Black Shadow no less. Due to some rather strange rules and regulations, the princess found out that she couldn't enter Spark Moon in the Emerald Cup because she was listed as using a custom machine, but the only other machine that Remote could scrounge up in time for the race was a huge chunk of metal, obviously meant for destroying the other racers. The princess was a bit conflicted. On one hand, she never had been aggressive in a Grand Prix before, but on the other hand, she really didn't want Black Shadow's audacity to cost her the title for a second time. My goodness, this LP has a backstory now. Welcome to the Emerald Cup. This is the third cup in the game, and this is also where the obstacles start getting more and more lethal, as it seems to be the case for this series. We are once again starting with Firefield. You know, I keep thinking that Firefield is supposed to be like the big finish for the dangerous Grand Prix, but, you know, that's fine. Get it out of the way first. Actually, I like this iteration of Firefield. The background music is excellent, and I love how the lava beneath us looks. And we actually get to see the lava above us because we're on a cylinder. Normally I don't like cylinders, but as seems to be the case for many of the courses in the Emerald Cup, they're all sort of like gimmicky, like with a cylinder and everything, but I actually feel that the gimmicks are well done this time, unlike the King Cup in F-Zero X. So, the machine I'm using, it is, as stated, a huge chunk of metal. It weighs 3,000 kg, which is as heavy as you can get without any parts unlocked in F-Zero AX, or Story Mode. I was going to use a machine that was a little heavier than this, and whoa! Heavy machines don't stop things like that from happening. I was going to use a machine that was a little heavier, but, you know, it wasn't like, it was actually pretty easy to use, oddly enough. I wanted to use this because it turns like a brick. It's so slow when it turns that I actually have to spin attack a lot in order to turn correctly. And you're going to see a lot of spin attacks, believe me. Some of the kills that I get were actually accidental more than anything else. As for this course, it's a very nice cylinder course, but one thing that I dislike is that there is only one pit area and it's right before the finish line. That means you're cruising at a normal speed for most of it unless you really pace out your boosts, and it doesn't really matter where you boost. I mean, like, what's there to take advantage of by boosting? Obviously not this obstacle right here. It's one of those things where you have to like enter it correctly. It's sort of like a Doors from Chapter 5 of Story Mode, only like less lethal. So with only one lap to go, it seems like it should be an easy victory unless something like that happens. Still gotta be careful. I need to find a balance between being cautious and ambitious, and obviously I didn't. Fortunately, this is a game where you can win even if you didn't get first place all the time. It's kind of nice. Just a little more of this. Oh, I love that effect right there with the fireballs shooting everywhere. And I didn't mention it, but a while back there were actually some pillars of blue fire. That looked very nice when I saw it, and I actually didn't notice it until this Let's Play. So third place isn't so bad. Gonna have to do something about those other two racers, though. Next up is a green plant course. That's another thing about the Emerald Cup. It has pretty much all of my favorite settings from GX. You got Firefield, green plant. There's a Casino Palace course next and a lightning course. Although the lightning course is, you'll see alright. Green Plants Intersection. Intersection. Sort of a bland subtitle, but, you know, nobody pays attention to subtitles. So we have a dash plate, a turn, another dash plate. I completely failed to hit the rival car there, and we have an indoor cylinder. An indoor cylinder, yeah. You gotta be careful in that area right before the cylinder closes up entirely because there were no guardrails there. It sounds like Virtual Dub decided to mess with the sound a little bit when I was recording this. Oh well. Actually makes for a very nice effect sometimes. There's no guardrails when the tunnel opens up either, so be careful there. Now there's a dash plate to your right, and then to your left, and then to your right again, etc. But I just prefer to hit all of the dash plates on one side, because with this machine, it really has bad turning. So I don't want to risk hitting the pipe there and just losing a bunch of time. I gotta learn to not take risks with this game sometimes, because it doesn't always end well. I did mention that I like most of the Emerald Cup's courses, but playing them with this machine was a real hassle, believe me. Here's something I like, though. After the pit area, if you line yourself up with this line right here, you'll be aimed directly at the next pit area, and the tunnel will open up around you, so that's very nice. Takes a lot of hassle out of getting out of there without falling off or anything. I should also mention that you notice that little hill right before the pit area, right before the finish line? Never boost there, like ever. You will go straight flying into a tree and explode. Never boost there. And I think I just killed a guy by merely touching him. Very nice. It's always funny when that happens. Fortunately, I can make up for the missed dash plates here by boosting. And this is the little hill I was talking about. You can already see that at the speed I was going, I flew off for a little bit. 7th place. Oh well. We shouldn't fall too far behind here. Behind by just 4 points again. Next up is another Casino Palace course. And for this one, since it's longer than the previous 2 Casino Palace courses, counting the one from Story Mode, you can actually hear the Casino Palace theme song in all its glory. In fact, I kind of wish the other 2 Casino Palace courses were a little longer so I could actually listen to the full music before the final lap theme kicks in, but that's alright. Double Branches, as you may have guessed, is about force in the road. There's quite a few of them. And for this first one, you actually want to go left on the first lap and right on the next 2 laps. Because when we get to this next part here, the right path has a pit area and the left path, which is actually beneath me as we go over here. The left path has dash plates and a jump plate that will allow you to jump onto the path that's above you and say goodbye to that first rival machine. So that's a very nice thing you can do. There's also those 2 pit areas off to the sides, but hitting those is kind of a pain because there's walls that come up very suddenly. So after that we have more dash plates. There's a lot of dash plates on this course. It makes it a pretty fun race. We'll be going at high speeds the entire time. And sitting right behind me at this point is the heaviest default machine in the game. Mine's probably heavier, and I would love to smash him, but it just didn't happen in this race, unfortunately. There's a rival machine right behind me, but watch carefully what happens. Like, you see the guy in first, or second now that I've passed him, watch his icon. Well, somebody fell off. Random spin attack. People accidentally see. There's the rival car. I'm gonna lose sight of it for a moment here, and... Hey! New rival car! Wonder what happened to him. I probably should have saved a replay so I could see what happened. Like, you can save replays of this and watch from the other racer's perspective, which is a very nice feature. However, as I failed to mention until this point, I was using cheat codes. Because since the courses are getting more and more lethal, and since my machine sucks, I wanted to, like, relieve the tedium of constantly restarting because I ran out of lives. So, if you'll look at the life counter in the bottom left, we actually have 99 lives because of the cheat code I'm using. But that's the only cheat code I was using. I wouldn't go as far as to use infinite energy. That's ruining the whole thing. So, how that relates to replays is when you use cheat codes, for some reason, the game doesn't behave very well when it handles memory cards. It's just a thing that happens due to the method I'm using to input the cheats, because this is being played on a Wii, and action replay doesn't work on the Wii, for the GameCube doesn't work on the Wii. Nintendo caught on to that pretty quick. Sadly, they didn't catch on to homebrew, so now you know. The more you know. Third place again. Though considering the number of rival machines that got destroyed, that should put me in first. Excellent. Keep this up and we should have the entire Grand Prix half pipe. There's another half pipe course. They made another one. Isn't that excellent? Okay, actually, you know what? I actually like this half pipe course because it is a significant improvement over the previous one, but it's still annoying, and it doesn't help that the machine I'm using for this is so junky. So, you know. See, this is why I wanted infinite lives. I did die a lot here. But, if you're using one of the other machines, like one of the regular ones, this isn't really that bad. That's what I'm saying here. It's much wider than the other half-pipe course was from F-Zero X. Although this part will trip you up a couple of times. You can see that a hole opens up, and you have to get to where the hole no longer is. I'm an expert at explaining these things. This will be the section that I use most of my boost on because it's complete and straight. A couple turns come after that, and I almost fell off. I almost fell off again. See, that's why I don't like half pipes. And these red lasers, I have no idea why they're there. If you touch one, you take a very small amount of damage. It's so tiny that it only seems to matter if you boost it to the point that you only have one hit point left anyways. At which point it will kill you instantly, so I have no idea why those are there when they serve little purpose, other than what I just mentioned. Well, since there are no guardrails, I guess if you were playing time attack, Actually, they're completely useless. Forget I said anything. And I should also mention that there is, again, only one pit area right before the finish line. Yeah. I just feel that the best courses are the ones with frequent pit areas and dash plates, because that allows you to go very quickly. Oh well. We'll have a couple more close shaves here, and we will enter into the final lap. The sooner I get off this course, the better. It's another one of those situations where you shouldn't really care where you're placed, just try to survive. Except this is the second to last course, so I should at least try and take out that rival car. Since, you know, he's right there, I might as well. Or maybe one of the computers will do it for me like they did on the previous course. I should also, funny story, this half-pipe course is starting to remind me of a course from a completely unrelated racing game. Chocobo's Racing, if you're wondering. I have no idea why I played that back in the day, but I did. Enough reminiscing. 4 down, 1 to go. Sixth place, then. We should be alright, though. Good. We even have a good amount of leeway. There's about a 60-point difference between me and the guy in second, so I don't even have to do very well. I could put out the most effortless victory on the second Big Blue course and still come out on top. Oh, and while I'm at it, I'm going to be using the alternate Big Blue theme. Yes, this is the secret song that you actually can unlock through real gameplay and not button input cheat codes. However, there is a button input cheat code if you want to take the pussy way out. This is the best Big Blue remix I've ever heard. Now somebody's going to post an even better one, I imagine. So the simply named Ordeal course is pretty technical. It's another one of the fun ones that I like because it's so technical, but I have to reiterate, my machine is turns like a brick. So that kind of sucked away some of the fun. Oh well. Ice! Dash plates on ice, and I missed one. But I destroyed a rival car, so it's all good. There are also a couple of hard turns, which with this machine, even if I spin attack, I can't quite make it unless I do some weird drift turn or something. You've really got to play with a machine like the one I'm using to kind of see how weird it is to play with. Very nice destruction of the second rival car, if I do say so myself. Where's the next rival? Should be way in front of me if I saw correctly. No? Okay. I don't really see why that dirt is there. You're either going to go over the ice in order to... Well, the ice could slide you into the dirt. Okay. Actually, no, the ice won't slide you into the dirt, so I don't see why it's there exactly. You're either going to go over the ice or going to go over the pit area. Wish I could shut off that annoying siren. Have you noticed that all games basically have this annoying low hearts beeping noise a la The Legend of Zelda? Why do they keep doing that? Good, it's gone. Oh, don't want to hit the wall like that. It's a bad angle. There's the rival. Oh, don't tell me I hit him in midair again. That would be just hilarious. Oh, just missed him. He's right behind me, though. Yes, got him! Not gonna catch up to the next rival, though. He's way too far ahead. Should at least get a decent position here, and... oh, dying right before the finish line, but still crossing. Love it when that happens. It's so epic. Even if you did it on purpose. Yes! Princia wins the Grand Prix with the worst machine in the game. Second worst. There's far worse than this. If you asked me what the worst machine in the game would be, it would probably be this one default machine that weighs like about 880 or so and has horrible stats. Maybe I should use it in the Diamond Cup. No, no, I'm not doing that. Don't ask too much of me. Now I'm scared, though, because up next is either the last few story mode chapters or the Diamond Cup. the worst parts of the game, really. Well, we'll pull through somehow, just like we always have. That skull decal is actually in the game. Like, I didn't make it. Starting to think I should make my own decals by now, but I'm no pixel artist. Not to mention, I'm pretty sure the game doesn't have much in terms of editing decals, but whatever. And now it's time for a death reel. No, not a death reel. We're actually going to see Princia's ending first. I'm going crazy again. Okay. That's a strange title for your movie. And it's a fan service video. Works for me. If I didn't know better, I'd say we were playing Toho. Wink. Now it's time for the top 8 eliminations of the day. Number 8. Come on, push me just a little farther. Come on. That's unfortunate. Number 7. There must be a flaw in my strategy somewhere. Number 6. Always that one tree that I crash into when that happens. Number 5. Wait, what? How did that happen? Apparently, Double Branches doesn't like me because it happens again. Number 4. Of course. And Virtual Dub screws up the music again. I love that. Number 3. Oops. Missed it. Missed the jump. Number 2. Also called, Why No One Likes Half-Pipes.
Of course. Retire.
Oops. And the top elimination of the day is... Okay, I brought that upon myself, but I clipped through the water. That's cool.